Hey everybody, Gage here with Oxford Wealth, coming at you with another OWA Live. Last week, Rich talked to you a little bit about 401k plans, IRA plans, some of the contribution limits. So we thought it would be good to kind of follow that up. What if I have a 401k with an old employer? What can I do with it? Ultimately, there are three things to consider, three different options that you can choose. And I'm going to use three different markers. There's a client out there that hopefully is watching this that always tells me to use different colors of markers when I want to focus on something. So number one, what can you do? Well, you can leave it there. There is no requirement for you to move that position from one custodian to another. So you can keep it with that current employer. It's subject to all the rules that that employer gives you. So you have all the 401k options that are there. I'll talk about why that might make sense here in just a second. Option number two, which is probably going to be the one that most people focus on. Number two, we can move it to another employer plan, to another 401k. So let's say that I worked with a bank previously. I had my 401k over there. I could move that 401k over here to Oxford, transfer it directly. I'm allowed to do that. And then that 401k can be invested the same way as all of my other 401k assets are. Everything is kind of consolidated and put into one spot. That's also a good thing to do. I don't know if it's the best thing to do. The last option we should consider, oh, I picked a bad color of marker. The last one that we can consider is, ooh, that's hard to see. You can move it to a self-directed IRA. That means that you're in control of it. You're not subject to what your employer gives you, the rules that your employer gives you. You can invest it wherever you want. Now, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say that this is the best option just because you are the one that controls it. You move it to your own IRA, you have the flexibility to do what you want. However, if you are younger than 59 and a half, it might make sense to move it to another 401k or even to keep it in the 401k that you have it, simply because you can take distributions out of that account given certain circumstances as early as age 55 without penalty. So you got to weigh that out. Do I need to access to this money sometime between the ages of 55 and 59 and a half? I should leave it in the 401k. If not, if I want to control it, if I want to invest it in Bitcoin or gold or an annuity, whatever it is, the only way that I can do that is to take control of that, move it into my own self-directed IRA. Also, you guys know that I'm crazy about Roths. Only way that you can convert it into a Roth is to move it into your own self-directed IRA. So let that kind of guide your decisions. Reach out to us if you have an old 401k that's sitting with an old employer, some position that's sitting idle, and we can run through these options to try and find out which one works better for you. Thank you very much and see you next week on OWA Live.